Have you ever watched a video and found yourself thinking about it hours later or maybe even days later? Then you've probably seen another video with amazing camera work, beautiful color grading, expensive gear and perfect lighting, but somehow you forget it the moment you scroll past. So what exactly makes the difference? Why do some visuals stay with us while others just disappear almost instantly? Is it the camera? Is it the color grading? Is it the editing? Or is there a deeper psychology behind creating visuals that people never forget? Welcome to another episode of Depth of Field podcast, and I'm your host for today, Samuel Ojo, a documentary filmmaker based in Abuja, Nigeria. And today we are having what I believe is one of the most important conversations for every filmmaker, photographer, creative director, designer, content creator. And joining me today is someone whose work has consistently stood out, not just because it looks beautiful, but because it is intentional. He's a creative director, he's a visual storyteller, and somebody who understands color grading, composition, and storytelling, and how they work together to create emotion and leave a lasting impression in people's mind. Welcome, my brother, 90s from the South. How are you doing, bro?
I'm fine. I'm glad to be here. Super glad to be here. Meeting you in person is an honor. So.
Oh, meeting you for the... okay, this is the first time we are meeting. Okay, yes. Nice. And thank you for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
So today, I want us to talk about something that there's a lot of misconception around.
Okay.
And that is what really makes, let's put it this way, what really makes a content go viral. I've seen a lot of your contents and they are very attention grabbing. If you're not careful, you can spend the whole day on your page just scrolling past, and you don't just have beautiful images and nice, lighting and color grading, but you also understand how to now put everything together with sound and to just make. So I want to ask this question: what makes a video gets people's attention? What makes people stop scrolling the moment they see your video?
Okay. So that's a very nice question. And thank you for commending my lighting and color grading skills. It's something I put a lot of attention into because I understand that they are the fundamentals also that makes you attracted to my video. So once you come on my page, I have a very beautiful timeline. In terms of my Instagram feed is beautifully created from the typography, the color mixture. There's a lot of colors going on. So first, that's what pulls you in.
Okay.
But what keeps you is what I make you feel when you watch the videos. So that's what distinguishes a good video and a video that does not give you any impact. When you watch my video, this is a mental imprint. I've heard people saying, is it possible to scroll past your video? You always keep me wanting something, like you don't deliver everything at once. There's something you want to say and it keeps me there. So every good video has a mental imprint. You need a mental imprint. The person that's watching your video should be able to feel something. Human beings, we are drawn to what makes us feel. And the more emotional or storytelling driven your videos are, then that video sticks. Wonder why you watch a video that goes viral, but when you scroll past, you don't remember that video anymore. Whether it has the most beautiful lighting, beautiful color grading, you don't remember it anymore. But someone can pick up a cell phone and make a video and you are drawn to it. You do not forget it. Why do you think that is? Because they'll be able to create a mental imprint by influencing your emotions when you watch that video.
So, will you say there is one thing or there are a series of things that makes your visuals look unforgettable?
Okay, I think they're like, it's a web of things happening. Color grading, typography, composition, lighting, and then storytelling, value. I've listed about 6, there may be more than that, but all these things come together. So they have a cohesive relationship. So lighting works with color grading. How do I want these colors to look? What lights am I placing here? Why is the light here? Why am I using a tight angle? Why am I using a wide angle? Why am I using a low angle?
All of that matters.
All of that matters. These are the core fundamentals of filmmaking or video production. Why do I know all this? Because I follow a lot of YouTubers. I learned everything from YouTube. This was like my university. Ironically, I was to go to a film school in Abuja here.
Wow.
But when I go to their page, they have a plethora of gadgets. red, black magic, everything looking for is there. But then what they deliver on their page does not match what they have. So that discouraged me. I was like, I'm not going to spend that and have that output as my production quality. Instead, let me go a path where I learn the fundamentals of what's going to make my videos look good. And when people watch it, it's scroll stopping. You want to ingest it. You want to watch more.
Before we get back to the conversation, a quick word from today's sponsor, which is me. If you're looking to improve your filmmaking, videography, photography, content creation, editing, color grading, lighting, cinematography, I offer a one-on-one mentorship session as well as an intensive training program designed to help creators build professional skill and real-world workflows. And if you want to achieve the cinematic look I use in my own videos, you can also check out my cinematic LUTs pack. These are the exact LUTs I use to color grade my footages that help me achieve clean cinematic look in just one click, and it significantly speed up my workflow. Simply just scan the QR code on the screen or use the link in the description to learn more about my trainings and download my LUTs. Now let's get back to the episode, and if you're enjoying the conversation, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with another creator that needs to see this.
So you don't know about myself. I'm thinking, what can I give to you that makes you stay when watching my videos?
So you mentioned the fundamentals and elements of filmmaking that makes it together. Like it's not just one, like storytelling, lighting, colors, composition, angles, all of those. But what would you say is the most important of all of this? Is there anyone that is the most important? Or is there anyone, if you should tell somebody to focus on one, what would that one be?
I'll say storytelling.
Why?
Because storytelling connects humans. And you connect to human beings through emotion. So when you have a story that has a good emotional backing to it, it is unforgettable. You wonder why do you think To Kill a Monkey, this is not a PR for them, but To Kill a Monkey, why do you think it's famous? Nobody's remembering their lighting. I watched that series from a cinematographer's aspect. I was like, oh, this lighting is so good, this color grading is so good. But ask an average man, do not remember that. What do they remember?
The story.
Brotherly.
Have you seen I Will Find You?
I'm not saying I Will Find You.
Okay.
If you do this one, that's the way if you do no good though. Nobody's talking about which camera they use.
The angle they used in.
Nobody talking about but that's the way if you do no good. Can't your wife no try you? Why that guy go do like that? That's the storytelling. That's what connects human beings. That's what makes them feel something. Once you can, your video is able to make somebody feel something, then your visual is going to be unforgettable.
Does that mean an average viewer cannot even put what it is when they see a very good cinematography? But when they see a very good storytelling, everybody knows it.
Exactly. You can use a high-end cinema camera to shoot a visual that lacks depth. But I can use my phone to just make a piece and then everybody connects to my phone. At that point in time, they're not drawn to the technicalities. What are they connected to? The story you're trying to pass across, the emotion you're trying to pass across.
So what role then does your gadget has to play when it comes to making impactful storytelling visuals?
Yes. And then I earlier stated that the reason my videos are good is a combination of factors.
It's not just one.
Not just one. So if you have a camera, you have a cell phone, and the camera can give you a better production quality, as long as you are merging storytelling with it, then you're good to go. So that one makes your production value higher. Not necessarily your consumption value higher. So the reason I'm having high-end cinema camera is just the production value. There's a standard you want to keep.
Yes.
When they come to my page, I want them to see clean visuals while still maintaining the storytelling axis. But when you're having clean visuals and there's no depth, it's just nothing.
So would you choose a very good story over a clean visuals?
Yes, I would.
Really?
10 times, yes. Okay, look at the olden days.
Yeah.
If you go back to watch those movies, they're not the most best resolution. But why do you connect to the story?
We still enjoy. Look at Ken Papa movies. We still connect.
Look at all these memes flying around.
Yes.
The color grading is off. But why do you enjoy it? Because they make you feel something. So don't necessarily the best camera is how can you connect? How can I connect to this thing you're showing me?
So will you say the best filmmakers are not the one with the cleanest image?
Yes, I would say that. The best filmmakers are those that are able to make you feel something. I tell my friends that if you want to know a good film, when you watch that film, how do you feel like? If the producer is able to influence your emotion with that film, that's a good film.
So before you pick up your camera to work on any project,
Yeah.
what is the first thing you do before even picking up your camera? Like, what is that first thing you do?
Okay, first thing is to script. Why scripting? I think, what can someone derive from this? How is it going to make them feel? Because essentially, art is supposed to make you feel. You connect to an art because it's relatable. Oh, this typography, I like this font. This color grading, I like this color grading. So it's not about you, the artist. It's about the viewers, the consumers.
Oh, so as a creator, when you're creating, you should not be selfish about it. Don't just think about you. Think about
Exactly.
people.
Yes, exactly. So your art has to be relatable for it to be well consumed.
And when you're talking about being relatable, not just to you,
Not
right?
just to another person. And what value can they derive from that? Does it make them happy? Does it trigger a memory to them? Does it make them laugh? Does it make them cry? Those are what makes your video really good. Unlike having the best color grading and best lighting and everything.
There's something about your page that I really love. I mean, you do a lot of effects. Everybody do a lot of effects now. Like we're in 2026, you know, it feels like you as a creator, you are like is mandatory to do effects, because if not, you're not going to get people's attention.
Yeah.
Because people's attention is becoming annoyingly too low.
Tiny as
You get
exactly.
So how are you still able to create a creative identity for yourself in the midst of all the pium and effects?
Yeah, exactly. Now that comes to be the most difficult part, and I'm still navigating that route. I mean, it's an endless journey. There's a cinematographer at UCLA, Film and Arts Academy in the United States. He said, "This is a lifelong journey. Do not be in a rush to arrive."
Cinematography is a lifelong
There's
journey.
no end. You are discovering, you are reinventing, you are learning, you are unlearning. And while you're going through that process, your identity is changing also. And so he made it very mandatory. He said, do not, when you stick to an identity, right, after a while, you tend to hit a wall. Because sometimes you have an identity that don't make you go higher again. You want to maintain that. So your eyes, your creative eyes are no longer open. Why do you think the best artworks do not look the same? There are varieties of artworks. Look, take Basquiat, for example, now. He has a variety, a plethora of artwork. So the more you're able to reinvent yourself, learn more, that is when you grow. Having an identity is not bad, but after a while, it can limit you. You do not open, oh, this is my style of typography. If I don't do it like this now, I know they do them again.
Okay, you should be open.
You should be open. After a while, your typography, you're placing it up, you want to put it in the middle. You want to put it beneath. So at the end of the day, you're exploring ideas. So how to create your own visual identity is in the process. It's not something you discover in one day. It might not be something you discover in 2 days, even 1 year. I myself, I'm still on that journey. Sometimes I feel like, I don't really have my identity yet. I know where I want to go to, but I'm still on the journey there, and it can be a pain-wrecking journey. But like the man said, this is a lifelong journey. Do not be in a rush to arrive. What you seek for, you will become that thing, as long as you do not give up. So if you're out there, you want to have your own creative identity, explore different art forms. Watch fashion, watch football, watch science, watch entertainment. It is everywhere. So now your identity now comes from a conglomeration of you pick from here, pick from here, pick from here, pick from here. It now combines to form your identity.
So don't box yourself too much in the name of finding a niche.
Yes.
What do you have to say about finding niche for yourself? At what stage, as a creator, as a filmmaker, as a photographer, should you find a niche for yourself?
Okay, I would say the stage you get to where you can define your niche is what interests you the most. Are you passionate about storytelling? Are you passionate about VFX? Are you passionate about color grading? What exactly are you passionate about? And it takes a while to get there. Do not think that, oh, I'm not gotten there yet. Doesn't mean you can see other people's video. This guy, I know this guy shoot this video. Ironically, TJ Omori, shout out to him. He's one of the creative directors I look up to. Once MTV Base is on, right? Even if I don't start from the beginning of the video, at the beginning where they put this thing.
You know it.
Once I watch from the middle, when I see 2-3 scenes, TJ Mori shoot this video.
Yes.
And when at the end of the video, when I see his look, I'm like,
Yeah, I talk
I talk now. TJ Mori has been in this game as far back as 2010, 2014.
And you know, he also evolved sort of.
Exactly. You watch his videos, you're like, there's always something new. Today is doing VFX. Tomorrow is a very cultural piece. Next thing is adding colors. Next thing is... So you see that you have to evolve. Do not box yourself somewhere.
Don't box yourself.
Don't box yourself somewhere at all. And another advice I'll give is be patient with yourself. I myself, I'm trying to be patient with myself also. I know the identity, the style I want to make, but I'm still in that journey of getting there. And you only get there one video at a time. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Then on a very strange day, you just pick that. This is my identity.
Would you say social media has also messed things up for a lot of creators? You know, like we were talking the other time, it is kind of difficult for you to craft a niche for yourself because, I mean, you see everybody doing something and people just want to see what they want to see. Maybe people are not really vibing with your kind of style of content now. And you see what other creators are doing. And what do you then do? Do you just follow trend or what do you do?
That's a very valid question. I think this era of social media, short form content, there are advantages and there are disadvantages. I come from the YouTube era. During my time, there was no Instagram short form. I wanted to be a YouTuber. That was my platform. I was like supposed to be devoted to when I'm on Instagram. So advantages, it has made a lot of creators have more access to the internet to showcase their work. Yes. And with that, it has broken the barrier in the sense that there's no gap anymore. As long as you have an Android working device, you can post videos, you can make videos, post on the internet. So at this point, it has given so much flexibilities, unlike the YouTube days where you needed a professional camera, professional setup. But now, as easy as an Android phone, pick up, record a selfie video, post on the internet, and getting your engagement. So now access to showcase your crafts is now very broad. You have all the access as long as you just post on the internet. Engagement is there also. Before on YouTube, you're limited to a certain number of people because not everybody's on YouTube. But now like half the world is on TikTok. Once you post on TikTok, there's so much population there. So those are the advantages. But now the disadvantages, it has made people not want to go in depth anymore. How do I mean? They want to follow trends.
Just want a short attention.
Yes. And what has made it more difficult is they now lack the ability to create long-form contents that strike. Everybody now, you're asking yourself, my video must be between 30 to 1 minute.
But you know what is interesting? The same set of people sit down to watch very long movies.
Thank you. Okay, if I want to tell a story that cannot fit within 1 minute, how do I do?
In fact, if you are posting on Instagram and it's over 3 minutes, Instagram tells you immediately, we are not going to recommend this video.
Exactly. So now you're limiting the creativity. People are now forced to do what the algorithm wants. Unlike YouTube, where you can post a long form, you carefully craft, curate your videos. But now on the internet, on social Instagram, TikTok, people are just being fast about it. Another thing is there is a loss of identity. Once they see a creator trending, everybody wants to be like that person.
Because they believe that is what is making that person.
When I said I was like that, but as I grew and I knew that that's not going to be viable long term. You're going to get lost in the whole sea of trends. What you can do is stay true to yourself.
And the fact that a lot of people are not doing what you're doing does not mean you're doing the wrong thing.
Yes, thank you. Look, take Salem, for example. His kind of content is not what you see every time, but he's good at it. He's very good at it. He doesn't do the most flashy effects, doesn't do any but he's very good at what he does. So he's now the ability to believe that this is what I'm interested in. This is what I think feels relatable and natural to me. And in this state, I can offer value to people. Then just stick with it. Because trends come and go. But it's only those that last are those that have value to offer. Those are the people that are going to last. As long as you are valuable in what you are delivering, you're going to last long term. I have a favorite YouTuber I follow, Peter McKinnon. He's an excellent storyteller and he does not stay one place. Today, I'm talking about learning how to play a drum. Next tomorrow, he's doing travel videos. Next thing, he's talking about
He's
what camera.
exploring.
He's just exploring. Our human minds are made to explore, not to follow a trend. Follow a trend, you just get stuck somewhere, somehow. God has given us a very creative mind, and you don't want to box yourself. Once you box yourself, the creativity now feels, it doesn't feel real anymore. It feels very routinous for you. Oh, let me just on my camera and just do. But once you're exploring, how do you now tell a story across different varieties of life? That's what makes it excellent, actually.
Interesting. So how then do you use sound, color, typography to make people feel something with your videos, like you said, without them knowing that is what you used?
Yes.
You know, there's a saying that the best way to sell to people is not letting them know you're selling to them.
Exactly. Okay.
So how do you do that with sound, typography, and color grading, all of that composition?
Okay, so this I'll be spilling my secrets, but I don't gatekeep. So, all right. So going back to the fundamentals. So I've understood how composition, how color grading helps you to convey an emotion. If you look at my videos, you always see contrasting colors. There are some visual cues that the brain are drawn to, which helps them want to stick to that information. My videos are interesting to see, but if you ask another, why is this interesting? You cannot tell. But these are underground elements I've imputing to them to make them interesting. If I want to have you drawn into the emotion, I use a tighter shots. I want to show you detail, I use a tighter shots. I want to do a talking head, I use like a 50 or 35 millimeter. All these are the rules, are fundamentals you have to learn. That when you now apply them, the normal mind will not see this. But only a fellow cinematographer can know that, I know why this guy used this thing. Why did you use tight shots here? Why is the light like this? Why is the light splitting his face?
An average person will just feel like there's something about the video, but
I can't tell. Exactly. It's only a fellow filmmaker or creative that can know that. I know why he did this thing. When I watch movies now, I watch from a very technical point of view. Oh, why was the sunset like that? Why is that light on? Why did they frame the shot like this? Why am I doing that? Because I understand that this is what they are using to influence the story, to make you feel it. It's just a game of influence, truth be told. You're influencing your viewer to feel something. Because you can watch a movie to make you laugh, another one to make you cry. Why do you think that is? Because they're able to influence through sound design. Another thing is, the best way to like influence emotion is sound also. Sound is half the viewing experience. You can be watching a perfectly shot visual. If the sound is bad, there's this disconnection. We can watch a poorly lit visual, even without. Why do you think we have audio jingles on the radio? You see, somebody opened door, someone is knocking. In your head, you're making a mental picture already.
Yes.
That's the power of sound. That's the power of sound. Sound is able to give information to the brain, and the brain visually generates that on its own.
Without the visuals.
Without the visuals. And sound is a very powerful tool. And because of this, right, when I watch some certain videos, I feel like they're trying to influence me to be sad. I don't want to be sad. Why do you think videos are like motivational, use a certain tempo? Videos that want to make you feel sad. They start using piano, one slow violin. Why do you think they do that? Because they know that they've studied the psychology behind this, and this is what appeals to the human mind that can influence them to feel a certain way. So all this comes together to make sure that your visual has a good storytelling approach. You can influence your audience, you can provide value, you can make them stay. That's the best thing you want to do. How do you make them stay? I had someone tell me that they've been on my video, watching 20 plus of my video. I'm like, how do you just go to my page and watching 20 plus? Shout out to that guy. I appreciate that. But why is that? Value, storytelling. Value and storytelling. As simple as that.
That is really interesting. A lot of people want to make cinematic content now. What is one mistake you see young creatives, content creators, videographers making to make their, in the name of we are trying to make cinematic content, and you're saying, no, that is not cinematic?
Yeah. I think the word cinematic has been thrown around a lot. It's thrown around a lot. I think the mistake they are making is missing out the fundamentals. What makes an image cinematic? That is what you should know first. You have lighting, you have composition, you have color grading. Visually, these are what makes a footage cinematic. So if you want to make your footage cinematic and you do not follow these three components, how is this then cinematic? People just throw around the word around a lot. You must understand, how does my exposure affect the outcome of this video? How does my composition affect the outcome of the video? Why do you see some videos that like, this video is so good? You can't explain, but it is so good. Composition-wise, lighting-wise, color grading-wise, you have to understand the fundamentals. People miss out on the fundamentals a lot. And that was something I told myself that I do not want to miss out. I've researched, I've watched tons of videos. I dedicated myself to each subject. Today is for composition. Let me learn about composition. Why are some certain shots framed a certain way? Why are some focal angles used? Why are they using 50mm? Why are they using 60mm? Then I go down to lighting. How do you light your videos properly? How do you convey emotions through lighting? How do you use, as a cinematographer, how do you paint light onto your video? Because as a cinematographer, you're basically an artist with a brush, painting light. You either take away light or introduce light.
Interesting.
So I feel like people are missing out on the fundamentals. And if you want to be good, you have to go back to the fundamentals. That's what helps me. And that's what I feel like can help a fellow creator out there.
So what is not cinematic?
What is not cinematic is overblown highlights, poor color grading, poor composition. If I see a shot and I ask you, why did you frame it that way? And you cannot tell me, it is not cinematic.
Well, your only explanation is because it feels cinematic.
Not cinematic. I should be able to see a video and know why you had such creative inclination. Why did you light the shot that way? Oh, I wanted viewers to feel this certain sort of emotion. Why did you use that color in your video? Popularly, why do people associate red with danger? Why do people associate red with fear? Because filmmakers have been able to plant that in our minds. If a movie starts and anytime the color green pops, something dangerous happens. Your brain registers that. In depth into the movie, the next time you see green, your brain is thinking, oh, something crazy wants to happen. And then it happens again, it sticks. So that is what cinema is all about. How are you creating that impression? How can you say, I did this? This is why I framed the shot this way. Then you know that shot is cinematic. But if you cannot explain that, then I will not say that it's cinematic.
Let's talk about AI. Do you think originality is becoming more difficult in this age of AI? And how do you think filmmakers and creators should not use AI?
Great question. I like that these are questions that I myself have had a personal struggle with. When AI came out, I won't say anti-AI. I just felt like it's going to make a lot of creative lazy. How do I mean? People want to just outsource simple things they can do. For example, scripting. The power of scripting is being able to have your thoughts into writing. As a human being, you are pouring out your thoughts.
Yeah, and that's like the core of the story.
That's the core of the story. If you can feel that way when writing, why do you think the next human being will not feel that? AI can do that for you, but it strips you of that process of connecting to the art. But say you want to produce a movie now, you write the story yourself, you arrange the short list, you are very drawn to that particular piece of art. If you outsource everything to AI, it just feels artificially generated. The project can come out good, but you do not feel connected to it. So there's a reason why, as human beings, we are made to connect with our crafts. It gives it more meaning. And I would say AI has its advantages, has its disadvantages. Now, I am not anti-AI. There are things it can do for you that ordinary as a creator, the ideas you want to make. For example, now, I want to film myself in an airplane, and I want to show the airplane in the sky. I do not have the resources to do that. AI can help me do that.
Yeah.
But as long as it's of my own idea, that I want to create this piece, and then it helps me to get that idea, but not me outsourcing everything to it. okay, let's say I want to make a video about cameras. Instead of going online, researching, I just tell ChatGPT, generate a script for me that talks about cameras, and then I carry it and go. That is not art. That is not art.
And we are beginning to see a lot of this content online, and it can be frustrating. It's difficult for you to scroll on social media now. Like, out of 3 out of 5 content you scroll on social media is probably written by AI, and you can feed it, you can see it. You see somebody saying something, and you see it in their eyes that they don't know what they are saying,
Exactly.
or they don't even understand what they are saying, or what they are saying is not them. There's just this disconnect between
Yeah.
the delivery, and that's why I feel when people ask me how do I write my script, so most times, because I'm a very lazy creator, I like to call myself a very lazy creator, and because I don't want to outsource it to AI, what I
Yeah.
just do is I I do voiceover, carry my phone, just record my script, and the best thing I can do is to give AI to grammatically correct
Yes.
or remove repetition,
Exactly.
because I
Exactly.
repeat things a lot. So I just say AI, remove repetition, don't change my words, retain my words, remove repetition. And I love what you said about removing the originality when you are outsourcing certain things. In my opinion, I don't think scripting should be outsourced. Editing of your scripts can be outsourced to AI
Yes.
because of human errors and all of that. But I don't think scripting generally should be just outsourced. Just tell AI, can you give me? Of course, you can generate ideas
Yeah.
based on your conversation, because on my ChatGPT, I have different conversation. My ChatGPT knows almost everything about my filmmaking journey. So I can say, okay, based on the couple of classes I've had over the years, can you just give me ideas on what you think my students will want to learn from me?
Yeah.
Ideas. And I pick that, I look at it, okay, this one makes sense, this one does not. Then I generate a script myself. Then I can give it back to, correct grammatically, don't change my words. So I think it is very, very, very important. And that is why AI is making us have more quantity of content.
Yeah.
But not I think it's now reducing the quality
That we
of
have.
content.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So another thing is, I feel like AI is a tool to expand your creativity,
Not to replace your.
not to replace your creativity.
Hmm.
AI is not coming to replace you. You as a creative, how are you using AI to expand your creativity? How are you using AI to get some certain shots naturally you cannot get? Right? Before, in the previous filmmaking world, you want to get a drone shot, they have to fly an helicopter, hold one big cinema camera.
Yes.
But now drone can get you those kind of shots.
Yes,
Now AI can get you those kind of shots. So how are you able to use this tool to enhance your creativity, not replace your creativity? And I think that's the best use of AI.
So, looking back at your work, what's that one creative decision that has changed the trajectory of your work, like 360?
I would say when I began to deliver value, I think that
What do you mean by that?
there are a lot of people on the internet that are interested in this skill. They want to learn about it, but they do not know how to go about it. Starting out this journey, I did not have access to a lot of information, so I had to research on my own. And that's a painstaking process also. Watching tons of YouTube videos, trial and error tutorials, editing is not coming out well, rewatch the tutorial again and start all over again. But now, I'm not thinking to myself, how can I help a fellow creator not to go through what I went through? How can I lend a helping hand to them? How can I make that journey easier? And I think that's what transformed everything for me. What is it they are struggling with that I know I can help you with? How can I inspire you to do this? I get a lot of comments. Thank you so much. You're helping me. I'm learning from you. Every video you drop, I'm learning from you. You're impacting someone's life somewhere. Someone that doesn't even have access to that gear. When they see like you're sharing your process with them, this is how I did this. They're inspired. You know that one day I can do this also because I have someone that is showing me the ropes.
Yeah.
I think that's what has impacted my content so far, that makes people come around actually. As long as it delivers value. I keep you in mind. The things I know, how can I share it with you? Things I struggled with, I don't want you to struggle with them. How can I help you to achieve the same thing? I don't believe in the concept of gatekeeping, because what you want to do, right, has been done before. Or will possibly be done again.
You're just replicating what you've seen. If you've never seen something, it's almost impossible for you to.
Yes. Another thing is, your ideas you have do not belong to you alone. Let me give you an example. I had this idea to make this video and I did not make it.
Don't worry.
I did not share it to anybody.
Don't worry, you just see it online.
I went on the internet. Someone from another continent has made exactly the same thing.
Yeah. Nothing is really...
Nothing belongs to you alone. So what you can make, how can you help someone to make that same thing? And that's where the humanity comes in.
That's why it's so crazy. Because I'm in the educational space and the filmmaking. I have a series of students that have, taught over the years and stuff. And some of my students, my few set of students that I admitted this year, one of them was talking to me that, thank you, boss. But how come you're just teaching us everything? The last person that taught me was just keeping this. He didn't want to, you are just giving us everything and all of that. When you teach me, I'm not going to teach anybody that this thing you are doing, better stop it. She was seriously warning me that he better stop it because he will learn the hard way. Then I figured I was not making my research. I figured there are people apparently in this country that they collect money, promise people we are going to teach you this. Don't worry, at the end of the class, you're going to be able to, do this. And then when it comes to class, they start to hide work. When their students ask them questions, they're hiding it. And I'm like, for what? Should you not get more joy to tell people that you train this person or this person? If you're my students and you were not able to learn something good from my class, then I will just assume it's your fault. Because it can never be my fault. Because if you have asked me, I would have told you. If you listen very well in class, you would have gotten everything you need. And if there's something I omit, I ask you ask me a question, I will definitely tell you. If I cannot help you directly, I lead you to how you can get, what you want. So, and I'm really, really, really happy you are one of those people that, because it's a very difficult thing in Nigeria. It's a situation we are going through.
Even in Abuja, like this, people gatekeep a lot.
Gatekeep. And I think that is also one of the things that is making, the creative industry in Nigeria the way it is now. Because what I believe should be the standard is now what some people is using as their selling points. I used to tell people, clean visuals should not be anybody's selling points, really. People can love your coloring style. They can love your lighting style. But good image, good videos, good sound design should not be our selling point. It should be that there's a style of sound designing we love that makes you different. It's just like doctors. I was speaking to a surgeon recently, and for the first time, I didn't know that they have a stitching style. Every surgeon has the way they stitch, like the same stitching, but they just have their own unique. But you imagine saying, what is different? What's this hospital? The surgeons are, better. They know how to do this thing better than this. It's not like it's a standard. Every surgeon should know how to make surgery. But some people are just neater stitch. Some people will go to some hospitals, to some countries, because it heals faster. Their surgery heals faster. The stitch after healing, you will not even know. I had somebody that did CS, and when she wants to have a second baby, the Nigerian doctor now have to do it on the same place, because the last doctor that did it so well that you will not know that
something happened there. Wow.
Something happened there. So, gatekeep is really sad. And I'm happy that you're one of the creatives that is always willing to share, because, of course, I believe if all of us are also good, then the industry will be even respected more. And the fact that this industry is not an industry that you need to get certificate to start. Everybody can just pick up a camera and just call themselves, a filmmaker. And, really, 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 really happy that you are, one of us. So if you could only teach one creative principle to every young filmmaker, designer, or content creator, what would that be?
That's a good question. I think one principle will be never stop learning. As simple as that. The moment you stop learning, your growth stops. But the more you keep learning, the more robust your ideas are. The more widened your mental capacity is. But the moment you stop learning, becomes a problem. That's you saying, okay, I'm hurting myself. Unintentionally. You're not hurting yourself. So, but the quest for knowledge, complacency is the beginning of failure. When you feel like, oh, I've arrived. This is my style. Nobody can do it. Give yourself the next 5-6 months. Somebody that is crazy, obsessed with knowledge. The way that will speed past you like this. So never stop learning. Always seek out new ideas, new art forms. Widen your mind. Read across different genres, art, fashion, styling, filmmaking, architecture. Widen your brain. You should be able to, whatever field you're given, you should be able to tell a story in that field that resonates. So just never stop learning. The moment you start learning, you are limiting yourself.
Really, really, really nice time we've had with you on the show. And if you are seeing him for the first time, I think we're going to put your Instagram handle here.
Yeah, all right.
He's 90s from the South. On Instagram, 90s on the South. Just search 90s from the South on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be putting it on the screen, and his real name is Savior. Thank you for coming to the show.
It was a nice time. It was a nice time. I mean, the aim is to inspire. As long as I can inspire someone to chase their dream, I'm fulfilled. Even if I don't have the cleanest visual, but as long as I can push someone to want to be higher, I'm satisfied with that.
And if you're still watching to this point, thank you so much. And I'm very sure you've learned a lot from this. If you have friends or people you feel like should see this podcast, this episode, you can just please share and make sure you like this video. See you next time.